Hey, I'm Lauren, the CEO of Megaphone, one of Australia's top digital marketing agencies. Last year, I helped hundreds of e-commerce businesses grow their sales numbers to 7, 8, and even 9 figures. I've broken down the success of these businesses into 6 pillars so that you can do the same for your brand in 2024. Why listen to me? So I started running ads probably about 8 years ago now. When I started running advertising campaigns, you could basically run anything and you could get conversions. We would even run campaigns to get likes on Facebook. So it was very easy to just get results. But over the past 8 years, it's become more and more difficult. Coming into 2024, you've got much stronger competition and much higher CPAs to navigate. So you have to put your best foot forward. At this point, I have audited thousands of accounts and I've made hundreds of millions of dollars across paid media platforms. So I've really seen it all throughout the years. And coming from an agency perspective, I know that you can run the absolute best ads, best creative, the best copy, best ad structure. But if you don't have strong business foundations, then you're still going to struggle to get results. So today I want to take a step back from paid media and I want to focus on everything else that you need to build a successful brand. So here are the 6 pillars of e-commerce marketing to set yourself up for success in 2024. Pillar number 1, you need to have a killer website. This is how the world sees your store. Most businesses don't have a brick and mortar presence anymore, so it's imperative to set up your online store to be as great as possible. But a great website doesn't just look nice, it performs well and it serves its purpose. But let's dig into what does perform well actually mean. It means that your website should load quickly and it should be easy to navigate. Your potential customers shouldn't have to wait ages for your website to load. Otherwise, they'll just bounce off the page and maybe end up on your competitors. You can use tools like Google Analytics to see where people drop off, or Hotjar to actually see where people are clicking on your website. You can actually follow that customer journey through. Hotjar can tell you where people are looking and also where they're leaving or bouncing out of that site. So here's an example. I had a brand that I was working with and they actually had a lot of blog articles that they were featured in, and they featured these on their product page. We thought this was great. It built extra trust from the different publications and it really helped establish their credibility. But we noticed that when we installed Hotjar, people were bouncing off the product page and going to these blog articles because they had these great catchy headlines. But we're actually taking people out of that checkout process. So by repositioning them on the website, we're actually able to increase the conversion of people going through the checkout process. So you really need to understand what your priorities are on each page of the website. Now let's talk about page speed. You also need to make sure that your website loads quickly. People's attention spans are decreasing now more than ever. So if a page takes more than 3 seconds to load, 53% of mobile visitors are going to navigate away immediately. Consider the process from when someone lands on your website. How many clicks would it take for them to convert at the checkout? Can you reduce their number of clicks? Another important aspect of a killer website is its SEO, which is my pillar number 2. Can I tell a joke? Okay. Where's the best place to hide a dead body? The second page of Google. So 68% of online experiences begin with an online search on platforms like Google, but only 0.63% of people are going to click on the second page of results. So what does that mean? It means that if you're not appearing on the first page, then you might as well not be appearing at all, but you're also appearing behind your competitors. One of the most common questions I receive is this: I own an e-commerce business. Do I truly need SEO? People have this connotation that it should be for service-based businesses. But the unequivocal answer is yes. SEO serves as a long-term strategy and it's all about investing in your business's future. You can consider SEO as buying a home, whereas something like Google Ads is more like renting one. Both have their place in brand strategy, but SEO is really going to offer that longevity. Unlike paid campaigns that finish when your daily budget runs out, SEO ensures that you will have that continuous presence, even when your Google campaigns run out of budget. As for every strategy, you need to run an intelligent SEO strategy. This is an area I would specifically recommend using an agency or someone who has experience in the space. SEO targets users lower down in the sales funnel, so people that are actively searching for products related to your brand. Tools like Google Keyword Planner or SEMrush, even the free version, can really help you identify high-value keywords that it's worth making content for. We actually have an entire division of Megaphone dedicated to SEO, and without getting too deep into the weeds, we develop client strategies that focus on 3 core areas: on-page optimizations, content creation, and building domain authority through backlinks. First, the strategic on-page SEO. This means focusing on elements like the load speed, meta tags, and image descriptions. Next up is the content creation. This is all about building relevant blogs and relevant content that really target keywords that are related to your products. This includes both broader terms for your industry and more specific niche keywords for quicker ranking in less competitive areas. Finally, building domain authority. Think of domain authority as the level of trust that your website holds with search engines. You can improve it by having reputable sites link back to your content through guest blogs and collaborations. There's one more thing that I'll mention about SEO. Your website and your SEO are deeply intertwined with your brand reputation. A positive customer experience is a powerful advocate, while a negative one can spread like wildfire. Here's a great stat that I learned the other day. A good experience is shared once. So if I see a great website, I might tell one friend. But a bad experience is something that can be shared 5 times over. That absolutely speaks the truth for myself. If I receive bad customer service or have a terrible experience with a company, I'm much more likely to tell others about that experience. Pillar number 3 is reputation. A good reputation means people trust your brand and are more likely to purchase from you. On the flip side, a bad reputation can be detrimental to your business. That's why it's important to be proactive in building your reputation by having amazing customer service, amazing products, and a really enjoyable, solid experience for your customers. First of all, you need reviews. I could stand here all day telling you how great I am at running meta ads, but that wouldn't mean as much as if an e-commerce brand that you respect told you that. You can encourage reviews by offering rewards such as a $20 gift card or a 20% discount on their next purchase for a review left. There are great apps that you can use on Shopify as well, such as Yotpo, which will help with reviews, loyalty programs, and customer engagement. The reality is that these days, customers gravitate towards brands that have shared values. And the numbers back that up as well, because people are 4 times more likely to buy from a brand whose values align to their own. That means that you need to share those values that you have. Another big part of brand reputation is the quality. We all know that a great product does half the marketing for you. If your product quality is exceptional, consider implementing a guarantee. Assure customers that they'll love it or their money back. You could even do something like a 100-day free trial that really shows that you trust your product. Combine this with things like testimonials, free shipping, free returns, and you'll give customers a lot more confidence to actually go ahead and hit that buy button. Pillar number 4 is content. There are 1,000 things that I could say about content, but coming into 2024, there's one major word that I really want to focus on here, and that's authenticity. Authenticity is key in today's content landscape. It's also coincidentally a value at Megaphone. The biggest piece of advice I have is to just be real through the content you create. That's something that we've seen as well through things like TikTok style content. The best content that converts is when people are just being absolutely real. The same speaks for the content that I create. If we spend hours filming something versus if I film something selfie style on my phone, more often than not, it's that lo-fi selfie style that's actually going to convert better. If you're a founder, you can tell your audience the story of how you got started. If you're a marketing manager, you can show what life at the company is like behind the scenes. Be packing boxes, talking to customers, anything that really gives that genuine insight into the brand and the company. Another great way to show authenticity is through user-generated content, or UGC. This style of content, whether it's images or videos, is created by the consumers and the users of your product. So this type of content can serve as social proof as well and really help build trust with potential customers. You can also whitelist your advertising from somebody else's profile. So if you have an influencer or a brand advocate, you can actually run ads from your ad account under their profile. Kind of like what we do for Megaphone under my profile. There's one more thing that I'll say about content, and a one-size-fits-all approach will never work. So you need to tailor your content plan for each platform. So consider the nuances of platforms like TikTok versus Meta and all your other channels. Each will need to have its own strategy. Pillar number 5 is retention. This is arguably one of the most important pillars, as it focuses on keeping customers coming back for more. Around sales period times like Black Friday or Christmas, we can see an influx of new customers, but the most important thing is how we keep them around after the sale. So first, let's take a step back, and retention is always important, but at the moment, CPAs are getting higher. You might have a brand that's accustomed to hitting $5 CPAs with a healthy profit margin. However, in today's market across platforms like Meta and Google, the same brand could quite easily be facing CPAs of $25 or $30, drastically reducing those profit margins. The challenge now is not just acquiring customers, but ensuring that they stick around for the long haul to increase that average lifetime value and get those profit margins back up. One of the first things I do when working with a brand is I get them to map out their customer journey and every single touch point that they might receive throughout that process, from start to finish. Then I will go through and I'll encourage them to make improvements at every single stage. You'll really be surprised at the gaps that you can find. You could also get a friend to go and shop your store as well and monitor that experience, kind of like a mystery shopper. Customer service becomes the backbone aiming for a flawless 10 out of 10 experience at every single touch point. Challenges or difficulties are inevitable. You're going to have products that are lost in the mail or something that's faulty that's out of your control. But it's that ability to turn that negative experience into a positive experience that will create a customer for life. One key strategy for retention is through email marketing. By regularly sending out personalized but also relevant emails to your customers, you can continue to engage with them and stay front of mind. But that segmentation is important. It's not sending out an email blast to everybody. Really personalized and tailored emails. Automated email flows are the core of this as well. They will contribute significantly to a brand's revenue, typically around 30%. The key to flows is not having them as cookie cutter emails. We need to tailor each interaction based on the customer's journey and create a really enjoyable, personalized experience. Another tactic is to offer loyalty programs or exclusive discounts to returning customers. This kind of gamifies the buying experience and encourages repeat purchases. Plus, it's a great way to show your appreciation. There are a few more of my favorite retention strategies that I'll mention. So SMS marketing, use sparingly though. Customer rewards programs, exit intent pop-up, and referral programs are really important to make sure you can keep those customers coming back. If you want to learn more about any of those strategies though, feel free to send me a message. Now let's move on to our final e-commerce pillar of 2024, paid media. This is the area that I'm most passionate about. This essentially includes any form of advertising that you pay for to promote your products. So things like Google Ads, Meta Ads, TikTok, LinkedIn, all of the above. The key here is knowing your audience and choosing the right channels for your brand. For example, if you're a beauty brand and you're targeting young women, TikTok might be more effective than Google Ads to start with. On the other hand, if you're a really visual fashion brand, then something like Meta Ads and Google Shopping might be a better fit because people will be seeing the product and deciding whether they engage with it or not. On the Google side of things, when we're utilizing things like Google Shopping, you'll actually save money if people can see the product before clicking through. With Megaphone, we've spent over $100 million on Facebook ads alone. So we have a lot of data to play with. And looking back at all of my learning, there's a lot of different marketing tactics that I've used, but here are 5 things that I would recommend looking at if you're looking to scale your e-commerce brand through things like Meta Ads. Number 1, in 2024, really lean into that low file, short form TikTok style video content. If you don't have TikTok yet, get it. Number 2, put your customer reviews into your ad creatives to help build that trust. Number 3, use UGC to boost social proof and show your product being used by people who actually use it. Number 4, experiment with different formats such as carousel ads or collection ads. It doesn't all have to be video, even though they typically do tend to convert. We really want what's going to convert your target audience the most. Number 5, when thinking about creatives, make sure you have really strong hooks. You'll sometimes only have a split second to grab someone's attention before they scroll past, so really make it count. Think outside the box and see what you can do to attract your customer demographic. In 2024, we're going to see a lot of changes in the world of e-commerce marketing. With the rise of new social media platforms and algorithms that are changing, entering a cookieless world, it's important to really stay on top of current trends. So let's quickly recap those 6 main areas that I believe you need to focus on when it comes to your e-commerce marketing strategy. First of all, that killer website that is optimized for conversions. You want to make it one slippery slope from start to finish. Number 2, a strong SEO strategy to improve your organic reach and drive more traffic to your site. Number 3, having awesome customer service to build a strong reputation. Number 4, sharing content that is authentic and genuine to your brand. Number 5, focusing on retention, not just acquisition. Number 6, using paid media as a major part of your marketing strategy, but not the only part of your marketing strategy. If you have any questions about which strategies might work best for your brand coming into 2024, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can send me a DM. I'd love to learn more about your brand.